Good morning, class. Today we're going to continue with constraints. We're going to set deadlines and we're going to set priorities for our particular project. All right, so we'll start with setting constraints. So go to your backstage view. You learned last week how to set constraints, so we're going to continue with that. So go to your backstage view and click on options and then click on schedule, and you should be exactly where I am. And then scroll down a little bit till you see tasks will always honor their constraint dates, and make sure that's unchecked and then click OK. Then we're going to go into, please ignore that error, I just get that on my machine. So we're going to go into task 4. You can double click task 4, or you can go to your task tab and then go to your properties group and click on information to get the task dialog, the task information dialog box. Or you can just double click on task 4 and it will bring up the same box. We're going to be working in the advanced tab to set the constraints. So constraint type is as soon as possible. Now we're setting the constraint type for task 4. So right now, as soon as possible, because I want to keep my project on time and hopefully in budget, I'm going to make sure that task 4 starts no later than 1/20/16. Now you can type your date in, or you can click this drop down arrow. It'll bring up a calendar, and then you can just scroll to whatever date you want. And then I'm going to click OK on that. And the error message will appear. You want to make sure that you say go ahead and cancel this and say OK. It has canceled highlighted, so you just say OK. I want to make sure that this project is starting on time and on budget. So in that same task, I'm going to bring up the same task information dialog box. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the advanced tab, and I'm going to set a deadline for this particular task. I'm sorry, I didn't look at the date, 2/5/16, and I'm just going to make sure that this task ends on that date. So I just went out so I can look at that date. So 2/5/16. I want to make sure the deadline date for this task is 2/5/16. So I'm going to click OK. So as soon as I click OK, you see on your Gantt chart to the right, you see there is a, let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Is that better for you? I don't know if that's better or worse. So let me just undo that because it looks like it's worse. Okay, there's a little error. So it's green. And so that indicates on your Gantt chart that you have a deadline date set. And if you put your mouse right over it, the screen tip will come up and say that this is a deadline date and what that particular date is. Also want to make sure that we can set priorities. So go and pull up that same task information box, okay? And you see where it says priorities. Priorities are set anywhere from 1 to 1,000. The higher the priority, the higher project gives to that particular project schedule that you're working on. So we're going to set this at, say, 800. Okay, and just type in 800, or you can scroll up and down to 800. Doesn't really matter, whichever you prefer. And then you can click OK, and this project is set at 800. Now the reason why we set our projects, put a priority on our projects, is because we may be working on 5 different projects at a time. So we want to make sure that we're staying on top of all the projects, so that way it helps us, the software project helps us stay on top of our multiple projects. Okay, I hope you learned something from this, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you and have a great day.